How tall is this fence? Too tall, citation. How tall is this grass? Too tall, citation. Nasty. Who told you to paint your house white? Citation. Hey, they just picked the trash up at 10 o'clock. It's 10:05. Why is it still outside? Huh? Why is it still out here? You nasty, citation. Where your pool pass? I'm visiting mine. Well, you don't live here. You can't swim here. Bye. Whose cars is parked all in the streets like this? Don't you got a driveway? If it ain't enough room in the driveway, it's too many people living in the house. Citation. Ma'am, get that boo-boo up. Ma'am, get the boo-boo up. A brick mailbox. Do you see anybody in this neighborhood with a brick mailbox? So you got your couple dollars, got your taxes, now you want to be fancy. Citation. Who does raggedy trampoline belong to?
It's from my kids.
Your kids, your baby is in college. Why is it citation? I'm not doing this with you today. Ma'am, did you ever get that boo-boo up? Did you get that boo-boo up?
Welcome to my channel. I hope you will enjoy today's video. Please be sure to like and subscribe, and if any of these stories relates to you, I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Remember, you are not alone. Now let's get into the video.
The internet is mad at this HOA president for getting mad at this person that lives here for having packages out front. And he gets fined. Watch. Alright, here comes the first one. Okay. And there's a bunch more here. 3, 4. Sorry, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's got 5. Now listen.
Hey bro.
Hey bro.
So I'm part of the HOA, the Homeowners Association.
Oh, he's not even president. He's just part of it.
You know, I keep track of the neighborhood, making sure people are doing the things they need to do. Yada yada yada. You have like a ton of packages on your porch.
So?
Right? You know, HOA code says you're not supposed to have this many packages on your porch. You can order as much as you want, but you can't keep them on your front porch like you are. They've been here all day. I've been watching this literally from my house down the street, 2 doors down, left side, blue house, all day. All day. They've been right here. I don't want to look at them. They're ugly. Just bring them in the house.
Don't look. Don't look.
They've literally been here all day. I don't get it how you have so much money. You just order stuff non-stop.
That's not your business.
Really starting to piss me off. So, because of this, because I'm quite upset as of right now, you are getting a fine for this.
Oh,
for having all
fine.
these packages on there. It's $25 per package. So, you have this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 5 times 25, that's $125.
It's ridiculous.
Fine. Yeah, because they've been on your porch longer than 6 hours. That's the rule. But you know what it is. Anyways, so I'll bring the fine by in a little bit. You can pay with cash, check, card, basically whatever. If you have any questions, just let me know.
Who would live in this place with whatever this guy is, this peeping Tom who sits there just stares at packages all day? They've been there for more than 6 hours, $25 a box. What kind of place is this? Are they living in North Korea here? What is this? What do you guys think about this situation? Tag all your friends, share it out, see what they say, because this.
Not sure if you guys heard this HOA drama in Florida. It is crazy. I don't even know. I live in Florida. I do not live in an HOA community, and my neighborhood is just fine. My recommendation is if you're coming to Florida, do not buy in an HOA and do not buy a condo. I'm telling you from experience. But getting back to the subject at hand, this HOA person decided it was a good idea to go pick up political signs from people's lawns. Well, someone had a Harris sign on their lawn, and they booby trapped it because, of course, people just stealing signs like it's nobody's business here. Who cares what you have on your front lawn? But the HOA person came over, pulled the sign, and lost a foot. It is not funny, but fuck around and find out, right? What are your thoughts on this? Let me know. Again, if you come to Florida, don't buy in an HOA. You got a lot of fucking people that think they run the whole damn place and can tell you what you can do with your house, which that's what an HOA is. And don't buy a condo. because they're fucking always assessing fees on condos. Believe me, I know. I've had both.
Also supposed to have your garage closed, but as y'all can tell, that's not gonna happen. So we'll see where it goes from here. Because literally it's so ridiculous. Like, everybody here, like, they just act like toddlers. Like, we just moved back.
Listen to me. If you plan on ever buying a home, do not, I repeat, do not ever get a home with an HOA. I am currently getting sued by my HOA. If you don't know what an HOA is, it's a homeowners association. So when you buy a home, like in a community or whatever, they're the people who like take care of things within the neighborhood. If there's amenity, trash sometimes, lawn services and like that type of thing. I first purchased my home like 5 years ago now. When I first got my home, my HOA started at $200, which was, that's about average. It made sense. My community is very like, it's real basic, okay? Like there's no gym, there's no security, there's no gate. They do have a pool, but it's like a community pool. It's not one of those like cute, nice pools. It's like very like, I don't even want to swim in it. I have not swam in the pool since I've been there. Like it's rough, okay? Since then, my HOA rate has gone up to $450 per month. Nothing has changed since the $200 per month. It's just gone up. Apparently, they're just allowed to do that with no rhyme or reason. Like, I don't know, inflation, aliens, they can say whatever they want, but the price can just go up and you really like have no say. Earlier this year, my HOA decided that they need to waterproof the crawl space under the units. This cost us homeowners an additional $500 per month for 7 months. So the $450 plus $500 plus my mortgage. That's like 2 mortgages. So all of a sudden my HOA is now $950 per month. I have all my stuff on auto pay because I ain't trying to remember like where my money gotta go. I'm gonna forget. So when the rate changed, my auto pay just stayed, what I had it set at. So I missed the first couple payments. Then I peeped what was going on and I reached out to my HOA like, yo, I ain't got $950 per month just for my HOA. Like, I ain't got it. I don't have it. And that's crazy. So what do they decide to do? They decide to hire lawyers to basically force me to give them money I don't have. On top of the $950, which I think over the course of like 7 months had totaled up to like $3,500 total. So now on top of that, they're now also charging me for their lawyer fees for the lawyers they hired to sue me. Make it make sense. How, where, in what world does that make sense? Now I owe my HOA $10,000 and I'm just like, hello? I'm trying to negotiate with these people like, yo, I don't have that. Can we just settle for like the actual amount of like the fucking crawl space or whatever? Like I'll figure out that money and just and they're like, no, you need to pay our lawyer fees too. Okay, well, I ain't got, like, I literally don't have it. What you want me to do? I live in Atlanta, so I don't know if it's different in other states, but here, baby, in Atlanta, they got free reign. They could just out of nowhere raise your HOA to $950 per month. That's literally another mortgage. Why would you do that? What is the reason? If any of y'all been through something like this or have some advice, maybe know something that I don't know, hey, help me out, okay? Help me out, because they about to lock me up. I don't know what happens when you get sued and you just don't have the money. I don't know what happens. I don't know if I go to jail. I don't know. If anybody else is going through this, has gone through this, let me know. And for everybody else who has not gone through this, if you can avoid it, don't get a house with an HOA, okay?
Hey, what's up? Hey. Nice Nice to meet you. You know who I am?
No, nice to meet you.
Oh, hi.
My
I'm
name's-
Spencer. I'm
Hi.
Spencer Jackson.
Okay, nice to meet you.
Yeah.
I just moved in a couple days ago. My name is
Oh, no, I
Marquise.
know. Marquise.
Yeah.
Interesting name.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Well, have you heard of me at all?
No.
Okay. Well, that's all right. Why I needed to come by and introduce myself.
Uh-huh.
I'm a neighbor of yours. I live in this neighborhood.
Okay.
Not like next door or anything. You'll see my house eventually, I'm sure. I can't miss it.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm a part of the HOA board, and I'm definitely here today to welcome you to the neighborhood. I heard that we had some new different types showing up that
What do you mean?
yeah, that are temporarily going to be temporarily staying in the neighborhood. So I didn't want to
What do you
just
mean?
come and check it out. Well, I didn't want to show up here with any issues or problems today, but unfortunately we have to start with that because I know that you were here a couple days ago. You had your truck, the U-Haul that you had rented to bring all of your things was 30 feet, and
Yeah.
our ordinance is only for 24 feet at
Okay.
most.
Okay, but the truck's
So right, but so even just showing up into town, you already had started off on a bad foot there, you know. And I don't know. I understand probably people like you or from people like from neighborhoods that you're used to, kind of showing up doing whatever you want and just kind of
Wait.
having no rules, making it your own, you know. So
what are you talking about?
I'm ultimately I just want to make sure that moving forward we're on the right page with everything else.
The truck's gone. The truck's gone.
Right, but
So-
you showed up already creating an
Okay,
issue.
but
because
am I gonna get fined for that, or like what? 'Cause right now it seems like you're just kind
yeah,
of trying to
I mean
waste
it's
my
on
time.
the list. Another thing is that you, with all the things that you just decided to kind of like toss around,
Toss around?
your furniture, for instance.
What's wrong with it?
Yeah, well, actually, the thing is here, and I can show you because we're only allowing. So I don't know if you're able to read a tape measure. Do you know how to? So
Yes,
it's
I
gonna
do.
say it's right. Okay, so the thing is that you can't have anything over 3 feet. Okay, so the fact here is that your chair is right at the line, so this is already.
So what's
It's
the
too-
issue, man? Why,
You're
why-
gonna have to either bring this maybe into the garage, someplace
Why?
that it's out of sight, because of where we are in terms of this actual town. There's when we have high winds and things like that, it will take this into the neighbor's yard, and so there's been
Okay,
there's
but-
been a lot of reasons. I mean, I don't have to explain any of this to you, okay? But you do have to heed my warning, sir.
A warning?
Yeah, that already you're starting off on a really rough.
Man.
I don't like if you're
I
used
don't-
to that.
I don't know.
If that's what you're. If that,
you look, you
what you're
come
used
onto
to.
my property, and you come talking.
yeah,
to
I'm Spencer Jackson.
Okay, and you're
Remember
coming
that.
up to me and
Remember that, okay?
I don't care who you are. Okay, get off my property. How about that? How about you get off my
How
property
about?
and you mind your damn business? Because you coming over here barking orders at me, talking disrespectful. That's
So okay, so you really are temporary. You're only going to be here like a month at most.
no. I'm gonna be here for a long time because
no.
I purchased this.
Well, we'll
I
see about
purchased
that.
this. Okay, yeah.
All right.
Spencer, you get off my property, or else you're gonna make me do something I'm gonna regret.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Threat?
No, it's not a threat. It's a promise.
Sure. Are you
It's-
sure?
Yeah, it's a promise. So get
Well,
off
I
my
promise
property.
you, I will be back with a list of all of the different ordinances that you've already completely.
Yeah, that's fine. Go
diminished.
ahead. Go ahead and do that. Get off my property.
We have respect for what we have here,
Look,
and
I'm
clearly
not
you
gonna-
don't
I'm not-
have
I'm
respect
not gonna have this back and
for
forth
not
with
only
you.
yourself but like the rest of the neighborhood. And now you're coming into our property. Okay.
Look, I'm gonna go back
This is
inside.
our turf.
I'm gonna go back inside, and
Yeah.
if I come back out here and you're still on my property,
Okay, and
We'll have an issue.
as I said, just plan to have that U-Haul under 24 feet.
Okay.
That's going to be moving you out
Okay.
in less than a month.
yeah, sure.
Okay,
Uh,
under 24 feet next
Oh,
time when
yeah.
you're when you're
Get
leaving
off my
at the end of the
property.
Morning, a Valley man who's upset with his neighbors has come up with a creative revenge plan.
Yeah, I'd say creative, right? Parker Collins right now is live near Buffalo and Alexander to show us what he is doing after being reported to his HOA. Parker.
On this car, you can see it's pretty dinged up here in the back. There's some cracks in the paint. The one over here, street parked, isn't much better. Basically junk cars over here, and that's the point. The guy over here wants to buy up these kind of cars to make the neighborhood look even worse. Let's back it up. This is because after he moved here in January of 2017, he said since then he's gotten at least half a dozen citations from the HOA. He thinks it's neighbors who are reporting him for, he says, small things, weeds, a carport that he built in the backyard, some rust on his fence. He tried talking with his neighbors, but when that broke down, he hatched this creative plan.
If you're going to be like this, then I'm going to give you something to cry about. I said, I'm going to buy a bunch of crappy cars, fill up the neighborhood, and run the neighborhood down.
So far, he's sunk $1,000 into its vengeance plan, and he does plan on getting even more cars. But coming up, what do his neighbors have to say about this? Reporting live, Parker Collins, 13 Action News.
While it comes up, but
What's going on?
not recently. I was just letting car covers aren't allowed in our neighborhood.
Where does it say that in the bylaws?
It is.
It's not in there.
Oh, yeah, no,
I looked,
it doesn't say it specifically.
Yeah, and the
there's-
reason that's up right now, I know you don't have oak trees, but the sap is falling like crazy right now.
Okay.
We're not going to ruin the car
yeah, no, I
for that
understand.
reason. That's why if it's outside, it's going to have the car cover on it.
Okay. Now, I'm unfortunately going to have to counter with the fact that you have a garage. Now, and the reason why I'm coming over, I am part of the board, and have been associated with the board for most of the 15 years I've been here.
Okay.
And this is an issue that has come up occasionally during that period, but it's something that the board has had sort of in, as you said, unwritten place with the CCRs, and it falls under one of the sections where it's something about the appearance of the subdivision. I forget what section it's in, but it's talking about a number of things in the yards and backyards, closing lines. I think a clothesline is the only thing that it's really specifically mentions.
But at that point, if it's not in writing, it's only based on opinion. And last time I talked to Kevin about this, he said he was going to talk to you guys.
Okay.
Because this was a little bit of a point of contention for me, because that's a brand new car.
Oh, I understand.
And it's not all the time. It's just right now.
I understand.
And 9 times out of 10, 5 days out of the week, the car's not even in the driveway.
I understand.
It's all about protection of
I understand that.
the car.
I do. And I'm not trying to be a jerk about it. I'm just...
Well, we aren't either.
I
We're
have-
just trying to protect our car, his
I know,
car.
I know. And that's why I
And
say...
if it was a tarp, and if it was something ugly, that'd be understandable. But that
I've
is a
dealt with
very
people that use
well-fitting.
tarps, too, so.
Oh, I know, but we're not. That's what I'm saying. We're not. It's not an ugly thing. We're just trying to protect the car, and I'm not trying to be ugly about it either. But when you know how much we paid for that vehicle, and we just want to protect it. And I know you don't have a tree, so it's not exactly something that.
And I
If we
understand
could
that,
get
too.
rid of
Trust
it,
me,
we could. Eric
knew
and I
the
hate
previous
these.
4 or 5 owners of this
Yes.
house, so yeah, I'm familiar with the trees and the owners and their cars and everything else.
That's all. This is just a seasonal thing.
So yesterday, a member of the HOA in my new neighborhood came to my house. Sometimes I like to just sit outside, and yesterday I was sitting right here on Fred's tailgate, just sitting out here on my phone. A lady walked right up my driveway. I didn't even notice, honestly, and then she welcomed me to the neighborhood. It was nice. Next thing she told me was that she was a part of the HOA, and she asked about my trailer. If you did not hear, in the first 24 hours that I lived here, I had a couch delivered here on a trailer. I had to bring the trailer back and it was sitting here for 24 hours, and within those 24 hours, I got an email from the HOA saying I'm going to get fined if it stays there. I know on the internet I've made it seem like I'm going to be rude to the HOA, leave my trailer there, and not hand over footage when my neighbors get robbed, etc. But obviously, I was nice, I apologized, I told her the situation, and she said that the HOA used to be so bad here, and now it's a lot more lenient. So I am terrified for the people that lived here before. And then the next thing she asked me about was this. She says every time I drive in the neighborhood that her and her friends are wondering what this is on the back of my car. I said, oh, it's just a camera mount. For some reason, I don't know why, but I told her that I worked for Google Earth and it has a 360-degree camera on the back. She thought that was cool. I couldn't tell you why I said it, but if you do come across this video, kind lady, promise I won't bring the trailer back. And no, I don't work for Google Earth. I did lie.
Right? Oh my God. Who starts a meeting with such hostility?
So many years ago, I was an HOA vice president, and then I was voted in to be president. It didn't last very long. I stepped down, and I'll tell you why. I quickly realized that there are two types of people that are your neighbor. The ones who just want to be left the fuck alone, and those who want to be told what to do and to also tell other people what to do. Now, the more you have of the first one, the more chances you have of successfully doing the following. Pretty much absolving your HOA. A lot of people don't realize that HOAs are run very messy and sometimes illegally. The wording, the contract, all that shit is just trash. And there are companies, legal firms out there that just prey on neighbors and neighborhoods for what? Just a fucking paycheck. That's all it is. Truth is, we don't need HOAs because a lot of the rules and bylaws and blah, blah, blahs and all that shit run parallel with city ordinances. At least I know mine did. Now, I know there's other HOAs out there that are just fucking Karens. You can't park your truck in your driveway. You know, that kind of shit. Those are the ones who like to tell other people what to do and to be basically ruled. You get a lot of those kind of people, you're fucked. But yeah, that's what I tried to do. In my instance, I was like, hey, let's pretty much bring this HOA down to nothing. And, you know, because apparently the rules in our county, we were supposed to have an HOA. And I was like, okay, let's just bring it down to the level of the rules that are set forth by the city, the city ordinances. Like, if we complain about your tall grass to the city and the city says, yeah, you have tall grass, then we can double whammy. We can hit you with the HOA. Takes a lot of the heavy lifting out of it too. Like, hey, if the city thinks you're wrong, then you're wrong. Nope. The majority of the people didn't even want to do that. They wanted more rules. The point I'm trying to make in all this is the following. Depending on where you live, depending on your county, you can rise up against your HOA. At the very least, you can give them a lot of headaches. Do your own research, get your own legal representation, because I promise you, they're probably doing it illegally. End of the day, I fucking hate HOAs. They do not need to exist. Because a lot of the meetings turn into what you just saw.